No 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 no. No 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 no. No 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 no. Mm. Mm. Dying. The truck. Too many trucks. I am feeling a certain type of way. I was supposed to edit, but like there's audio issues. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my computer being up. No, it couldn't be because it's. I don't know what it is. There is something my mic has been picking up sound wise, and I have no idea why or what it is exactly. It just kind of just picks up random noises, I guess. I don't know. The recording's been fucking nightmare. That's great. Yes. Get out. Ah! Get out. What? Why do you have that? You will get in trouble. You get out. Get out. Oh, get out. I can't. Okay, let me. Why do I just? Why did I just see my freaking my head? Why did I just see my cousin with a item on his arm he should not have? Okay, whatever. God save me. Please. Ugh. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully that thing doesn't sound bad. I've been fucking with the mic, so yeah. Anyways, I have just been, I don't know. I've been just feeling a certain type of way recently, so I kind of just been chilling here. Feeling overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed. Like I'm keeping stuff inside, pretty much. And I don't know, I guess I just want to draw right now. And kind of let that feeling go for a second. In a world that's less traumatic. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out how is this gonna work exactly. On this drawing. Yes. For what? Vaseline? I do not know. You'd have to ask my dad. Okay, well then you'd have to call Mom. She can close my door? Uh-huh. I don't believe you. Uh-huh. Anyways. My dude over here has a tattoo which he should not have, and I'm just gonna say whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. Like, I get this is what it is. Anyways. I started like, this is gonna sound stupid. I was watching Doc McStuffy. hear me out. I have my niece and nephew in here. I was watching Doc McStuffin, and for some reason I was just like, this song about this shark that everybody thinks is like scary, and his whole musical number, it just is really, it's really getting to me. It's like hitting me in my soul. And then we started watching an episode where like the one of the main helpers, stuffed animals that come to life, it started like it had a birthday, and they celebrated the birthday, had a surprise party, and she was just so happy. And I don't know why, but I was just like, I can't, I'm just so happy for her. She just deserves everything. And I just started crying. It was a whole thing. That whole moment. It took me a minute to even get this live stream started. I'm just like, we just act like I wasn't crying. I'm crying about what? Fictional characters? I don't know what you're talking about. But I don't feel like it was a stuffed animal, but I feel like it was just the emotion that the moment had brung out, which is crazy because I'm talking about Doc McStuffin. Talking about a show where a girl, whether it's real or not, I'm not really sure, but a girl believes that her stuffed animals can talk, and she pretends to be a doctor for them. So, like, it's, I just feel like I'm losing my mind. Is that not a fair analysis of the situation? That's what I feel. I feel like that's what's happening. Anyways, other than that, it's just been kind of like, I've been feeling really, not overwhelmed, but no, it's overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with my feelings and how I feel and how I've been feeling lately. It's not like like I just want to, yeet out of existence or anything. It's more of just like God, so I fucking suck. Like, we still in quarantine. Cases have been going down, but I feel like it's more just because. No, I don't know why. Cases just going down for whatever reason. It just feels like it's just a momentary, like, brief relief, if that makes sense. Like, it will spike up again later, I'm sure. But, you also have to think about it in the sense of, we've been in quarantine for how long? Like a year? Almost? And, like, it's getting to the point where we started quarantine, I want to say, no, it hasn't been a year. Because didn't we start quarantine, like, in February of last year, or was it in March? I know it was close to my birthday, but that's about it. Like, we started quarantine a while ago. We've been in it for so long, and unemployment. I have not gotten unemployment in a very long time. I keep saying, we think you had retirement funds, and no, you're 21. We thought you had retirement funds, so we're just gonna stop your money for a while. So I'm struggling with that. They haven't paid me in literally 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. Like, they're taking their sweet ass time. Everything's just been so weirdly stressful. And I guess it's just been kind of like a, just take it in stride type thing. But I think I'm just getting to a point where I'm just a little bit overwhelmed. Plus, I do feel like I'm kind of just doing nothing all day, whether I'm watching my nieces and nephews or not. I feel like I'm just doing nothing all day. And that's why it's like, I'm like, I want to pump out more videos. I don't even care if it's a stupid topic. Because it's like, that's why I made the one I made yesterday. I literally made that one because I'm like, I need to pump out something. Like, I need to work on stuff. And even then, when I like have to not do that because something happened or because I'm not feeling well or whatever the case may be, I feel like, I'm fucking up. Fuck. And then I just get all depressed, and it's the whole thing. I think we started in March. I think we did, because I know we didn't start after April. I know that. I know that for a fact. We did not start after April. I don't know when, but it's been almost a year. I know for a fact it's been almost a year. After April, it'll be a year. Like, it's like the fuck, It's just been like, bruh, and I just, the unemployment hasn't been good. They gave us that $600. That meant nothing. I'm low-key gonna be losing the thing I've been using to pay my bills soon because of, like, nothing. that I did or anything. It just happens that it's gonna be that way. So just like, drawing videos, good. Therapy, yeah, I want that. And I already was going to do something else anyways. My plan was, with the money I was getting now, is to get that money and then what's it called? Get my GED. I didn't pass high school. That's a whole other story of teachers straight up bullying me, and some feels like racial profiling, but I don't know for sure. It's a whole ass story. Needless to say, I had a actual mental breakdown. It was it doesn't sound believable. My point is, it's a whole thing. Well, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my GED and go back to college. I was going to college at one point, but it was like not like a, can't explain it. It was like a thing because of a job. So I like went through a job to go to college to get this thing. It was a whole thing. Interways. What's I trying to say? It's frustrating, and even when I try to call, and when it comes to like things that you would think are really simple, they're not. So like for me to find out how to get my GED, because I'm like, oh, I'm sure they don't. I know they didn't do the in-person classes anymore, because that's what I was gonna do actually before, like literally before quarantine hit. I was like, oh, I have this whole, I'm gonna put down my deposit for it. I'm gonna ace this test. We're gonna go to college and we're gonna be done with it. Quarantine hit, and it was like, oh, you mean you're about to do something to better your life? That's funny. We're not letting you do that anymore. And then at that point, I think I just got into a pattern of laziness to the point where I didn't even check if they had online things for that. And the person just told me, and plus, after because I put money down on that. And so after that money, it was like, you know what, whatever. Yeah, money's gone. I need to find another source of income. Now, while there, I was just living off of the government assistance. I was like, this is fine for right now until I figure out where I'm gonna go in life. Because I did kind of go into college hastily, where I was just like, I'll just go for this one thing because I know this stuff. I'm like, I can do better than that. And actually, go to something I love, whether it's art, animation, fucking how to own a business, kind of like marketing, like something like that, something that I care about or I want to do or pursue. And I was just kind of like, but I could do this, so I'm just gonna do it. I didn't really think about it, and that gave me more time, but still, I don't remember what my point was. All the drugs. I don't remember what my point was. No, my point was that my life has been fucked ever since. So also, hi, I'm sorry. I see you guys. I see it. Hi. Hello, what's that? Grimjaw, hello. All the names I can barely see, hello. I only do that to Grimjaw because the M's are like meshing together to the point where I'm like, oh, I know that look. You know what I mean? Because I had a whole thing with school and it was a whole problem. But like when M's mish up together, they look a certain way. But like the one under it, I don't know what that is. It starts with an L, but then the rest of it all just is like, I don't know. The name. I see Goblin. Goblin's icon is kind of like, I know that icon because of how bright it is. It's just like a pink, but like little dark colors here, like it's a lady. So like it's the whole thing. But yeah, we were in the middle of March. Yeah, it sucked. Anyways, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm going to do about life in the next couple months, maybe even a month. So I have been studying for the GEDs because I'm not good at stuff. Everything other than English, I'm not good at. Like I can write a paper, I can do anything when it comes to English. Hell, even grammar I can skid past, even though some of the stuff I'm just like, this is dumb. Like I don't understand why do you have to put a period here? not like that far, but some of the grammar stuff I'm just like, I don't care about. But other than that, I'm just like, when it gets out of reading and English and word comprehend, when it gets out of that stuff and it gets into like math and all that, I'm like, I don't know any of that. Especially math. I don't know. I hated math. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I think it was because I was so good at math when I was younger. I was like, I got this. And then I stopped getting it. And it was just like, eh. No, it's because science was cooler. That's a lie. It was straight up because science is way more cool. Like, I loved science. I think growing up, like after a certain age, it was just kind of like, math? That sucks. Like, and don't get me wrong. Like, there's math and science, obviously. You gotta count. At least, you know what I mean? But I love the more like exploration type stuff, like looking at things, studying things. That was really cool. But like having to write that stuff down and then data sheet. Well, no, that's a lie. When it's like putting the data down, that shit's fun because you can compare and contrast. You can make like graphs. It's really fun. It sounds stupid, but it's really fun, and you can make conclusions. You can kind of it's so great. But when it came to like just, I don't know what about math and science I hated actually. I know there were some parts where I was like, I don't want to fucking do this math. But most of the time I was just like, this is fun. And I like this. How much of it went till it explodes? Let's do the math. But yeah. So I've been studying for that, and that's been pretty good. It's kind of hard to study with, kids sneezing at you and not knowing what personal space is yet. I've been trying to teach my niece that actually, because I'm not really a affectionate person all the time, even toward my boyfriend. It's like I don't like, not that I don't like affection. It's, you can hug me, but if you're crying, you try to hug me. I'm not really, or if I'm crying, you try to hug me. I'm like, don't touch me, please. Like, get away from me. Or like, a hug is one hug. That's one hug for me. I don't want any more hugs. That hug should be like 10 seconds, maybe 5, most likely. Like, don't hug me, Not really a person that you can just be hugging up on. I don't like that. And my niece, obviously, she's like, what, 3? Obviously, she wants the hugs. She wants love, affection. But I'm just like, but you're in my personal space. But like, this is my bubble, and you're getting in here, and I need you to back up and get out. Actually, it's not because I don't love her. It's just personal space. You getting up. Like, I kissed you once. I didn't want you to kiss me the rest of the day, And I kissed you because you had now. We have to have our personal. Mm. I think Aramis is trying to go down the stairs. Poor baby. Baby is trying to go down the stairs. I think she's trying to help him down the stairs. I could be wrong about that because I can only hear it through the door. I'm finna Grammar not see your ass. Please don't. I said I could skate by Grammar. I could skate by it. I didn't say I was good. I said I could skate. Okay, it's different. You're gonna be very, very disappointed if you think I'm gonna do any of it. Let's see if I can read any of this. There's been several errors before. First of all, I'm perpetually is not the word I'm looking for, but I am constantly high or on some form of something. So please don't get me on that. I have the memory of a goldfish, and you know this. So if I get something mistaken, most likely it's because, well, for one thing, I have dyslexia. So shit just gets mixed around, and so I'm just gonna assume it's right. I'm forgetful, so I'll just be like, oh, this word is spelled this way, and then I'll just forget. And I'll keep trying, and at one point I'll just give up. Because autocorrect is nice to me. Third of all, sometimes I genuinely just make mistakes because I just be like, well, you know what I mean? Like, if I made mistakes, I call me out. Also, aesthetics. Everyone likes excuses for why I just don't check after myself. Well, that's another thing where reason I don't check after myself because I literally don't have. I literally have a brain of goldfish. So it's like I'm like I check after my spelling here. Anyways, let me do this whole totally different thing now. It's a whole thing. Oh, hello, uh, Elmo's bunny. Elmo's Emo's. Oh, I don't know why I say Elmo. Emo's bunny. That's your name. So I remember a 5-year-old kicked my seat in the plane. I told him I will give you give them candy if you stop. Personally, I start threatening the parents. You're getting kicked off if you don't get your ass. Like, can you not with your son? Because it's getting on my nerves. Or I start kicking the kid. I would start kicking the kid back. I've never been on a plane, so I don't know the struggle. But I would start kicking the kid back first. Just kick the kid back without the parent seeing, and then they start crying. It's just like, hey, ma'am, could you quiet down your child? I don't know why he's crying, but you need to figure that out. Maybe pinch him while she's not looking. Like, I'm joking, but also like, no. It's listen. The best thing is learning how long or how much you need to put of something before it explodes. Fun as shit because you can find a lot of great things you can do with shit. It's like no, that's a bad example. I should not tell you about it. I thought it was specific. I'm not gonna tell you about that. But there's just fun things you can do with stuff that can explode, especially if it's like a substance that isn't like harmful when it explodes. Yeah, it's fun. It's so much fun. Oh, you kept kicking out the. I'd snatch the candy out of their mouth. Like at that point, I'll give you candy if you stop doing this, even if it's for, unless it was for a good amount of time. So like, let's say they say stop for like 2 hours, but then they just because kids will just forget. They'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot I got the candy to stop doing that thing. At that point, uh, give them some credit, you know what I mean, or give them another candy. But if they just immediately start doing it again, oh, snatch it out of their mouth. Give me my candy back. This is why our kids will like me more than you as they scream in the background. Listen. Shut up. First of all, they're not in my hand right now. They got their mom right over there. So it's like, I'm not watching these kids. So. Well, hello, Fancy. Arson, destruction. We drop a bomb. It's a bad bomb. Nope, that's a bad bomb. Did somebody say boo? I don't even remember what I was talking about. But I think my point of saying all of that was that I'm going to be losing my main employment, so or what's basically helped me make money so far. So I'm just kind of like over emotional. And if you didn't hear the story from earlier, this all started because I started crying during a show called Doc McStuffins. The kids were watching it while they were in here. And okay, two things happened, right? So the shark, how can I explain? They were scared of him because they thought he was gonna eat them, but he's a really nice shark, and he's it's like a whole song about how he was sad, and that made me kind of start crying. And then there was another episode where like this like not sassy black character, but it's like a sassy sounding, definitely black voice actress, stuffed animal that's like the nurse that helps Doc and stuff. It's a whole thing. She had a birthday and they were so nice to her and surprised her, and they sung a whole song, and like it just made me cry. And so like I've been just emotional as hell. And that's not good. You should not be crying over a children's cartoon fictional character. But I couldn't help it. It's just I don't know. I've been weirdly overwhelmed. And I don't know if I should be or not. I feel like even though yes, I've been kind of stressed out. Is it me being overwhelmed or me being mad at myself for not getting to where I wanted me to get or what is it? You know, I have to like figure that out. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out. I'm so not good at fucking lighting when it comes to highlighting stuff and shit. And I'm trying to figure out a good lighting for this, and it's not really working. But I'm trying to at least set down like where it might possibly be, like set down the ground rules of how this is going to be colored or shaded. Rather, it's working good so far, I think. No, it's not working. Also, I watched something that I thought was going to be way better than it was. So, I watched Dragon Ball Z. And I've been watching Dragon Ball Z for a while. And I went back to watching Kai, actually. And, because I don't know why I like Kai. I enjoy Dragon Ball Z Kai. And I went back to watch. First of all, the theme song's fire. But as I went back to watch it, I was like, oh, you know, I also want to watch Dragon Ball Z. No, it wasn't Dragon Ball Z. It was Dragon Ball Super, I think. The Broly movie, the recent Broly movie for Dragon Ball Z. Or Dragon Ball. I keep calling it Dragon Ball Z. It's not called Dragon Ball Z. It's just that's the first one I watched. I didn't know it was called Dragon Ball at first. Like when I was a kid, I assumed it was called Dragon Ball Z because that's the one I watched. I watched Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, I watched the Broly movie and people were saying how good it was, and I'm like, it was made really pretty, but they kind of changed the story up. It wasn't really that good, and I was bored most of the time. And usually I'm bored when it comes to like the fighting scenes from Dragon Ball and all that, but like these fighting scenes were just like it's not that this is it. It's because that's all it was. It was just they're fighting, and like I was like I thought the story would be a lot more than it was, and it felt like think of half an episode of content when it comes to the story. That's kind of how it felt like. Like I feel like the story was not finished, or like this is just I know for a fact it was just a retelling. But like it just felt like, man, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like I don't care. I don't know how to really explain it. It's just it wasn't good, like at all. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if anybody else has watched it, but like I was not entertained by it whatsoever. There we go. Why is there not a shadow on that? Huh. But there'd definitely be a shadow on the tooth there. I don't know. Oh, it's because it's just really light. Oh no. Oh, I took away. I'm dumb. Why did I? I'm so stupid. I took away the shadows for some reason. Did I? Yeah, it's really thin. So I'm trying to say. The shadow's just not really thin, but really light. Because it's a whole thing I'm doing where I'm like, let me show you. I can show you. I just overlaid this reddish tone onto the shadows. Usually it's black, and I tried black, and the really solid black did not look good at all. So I tried it with like a light red, or like a medium gray type red, and it's not bad in my opinion. Let me see if I can find small one. Yes, it was. No, but yeah, let me see. The dragon. Yes, the dragon. So, yes, let the emotion flow through you. I hate the emotions. I'm not gonna cry. I hate that though. Maybe it's just me because I've been watching TikToks lately. I've also been seeing like, why is it a trend for girls on TikTok to cry like on camera? And I get that's supposed to be like, oh, I'm showing vulnerability, but like, why are you crying on camera? It's different if you like. I literally watched several of them of the girls just being like, just got done finished crying and posing, and I'm like, is this what is happening? I'm just like, why are you what? I get it, but also like, but why? But why would you do that? Why are you crying? They changed the story because the original was uncanon and mostly of the fandom didn't like Broly's original story. And the creators of Dragon Ball had nothing to do with the original movie or the backstory. Oh, well, I didn't. Well, I said. Why did. Okay, sorry. I'm having a stroke. No, I don't really mind. I didn't mind Broly's story. Broly's story wasn't my problem. It was kind of. I don't know. Some way it's more of like how it all came together was just like you could come up with something better than that. If you're gonna have Broly have a whole after story or have a whole story or whatnot, I feel like it should have been like he had killed his dad. If he had killed his dad and Frieza had control, it's just everything was just kind of like, eh. I mean, I wouldn't watch this again. Like, really, I went out of that, like, I really wish I hadn't watched that, honestly. I wasted a lot of time watching something I just did not enjoy whatsoever. I like, I no like at all. Turn a little bit? No. Ooh, okay. God, drawing sucks sometimes. Sometimes when I already moved on to a different drawing, by the way. I'm just gonna finish the highlights on this one and then start on the other one. Oh wait, actually, I forgot to finish that One Piece. I should probably finish that also. But I'm gonna take a break on this one because like I don't know why, but I am just the worst like flip flopper when it comes to drawings. I'm never gonna stay on one drawing. It's gonna be like I'm gonna have 4 drawings and being done at the same time. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this though. Okay, let's see. Let me not do that. Let me give the okay. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna duplicate this and just see what I can do with the color. I guess if I give what happens if I go on white and then just overlay? How will that look? Let's see. That's not bad. I don't hate those highlights. It looks very, I don't know how to explain, glossy? No word for it. What if I just kind of soften all of that up? No. I think if I went in and then just kind of did it manually, excuse me, did that manually, it wouldn't be as much of a problem than to like, here. I don't want to do that right now, but that would look nice. Let me see what happens if I change a little bit more. Just fuck with this for a little while. Give me a second and I'll go back to what I was saying. I just want to make sure. Soft glow. I mean, there we go. There we go. Soft glow is nice. Hard glow. No, it's just a really hard white. Saturated. No. Well. It's not bad. Let's see what else. Light. Nope, that doesn't work either. Let's see. I'm just fucking around with them. I have no idea what any of these do, honestly. Just glove is just a hard one. No. Well, in that case, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck with it a little bit more. I mean, I have to put like the soft shadows on, or the soft, not the soft shadows, but yeah, no, the soft highlights, the soft shadows and shit, and I have to like, pretty much, I think I'm gonna go with, I have it right here, let me put it up here for right now. I have this one. This one as like a basis for how all of my drawings are going to look, shading wise. So they're all kind of gonna look like, give this general vibe, you know. I don't know why, I just like the way I did this, so I'm gonna try to do ones I actually like more like this. She may not get the lip attention, but everything else is gonna be similar. Anyways, I'm gonna save that. Let the helicopter go over. I like the out. I don't know why this outline makes me happy. It's like just the things behind. Her mouth is kind of big. I don't know why. I shouldn't have made her mouth as big as it was. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm going to. I'm gonna go find the thing I just trying to, or I was gonna do this one. I should finish the outline for this. Do I want to? No, I don't. It's not even I don't want to finish it. I'll finish it with the other one later because I have to still. I still have to finish the one I just did. I'm gonna do that one a bit later, but I'm gonna go back and work on the one I was working on before. I'm drawing something for the video I'm making that should be out sometime this week. But yeah, I made this and I made this. I'm making Hecna because she was yeeted out of the Winx Club thing. Because she's the only one that has a brain. That's not peer pressured out of thinking. So they yeeted her out. And I'm making a fairy version of myself. It's not really fairy, it's just she has wings and like a glow. That's all that's gonna happen. I was gonna make a whole thing, but like, I'll just give her the outfit that she already has. Did I start a layer for this? I did not, but I can. So she got the wings, and then she got, oh yeah! I'm dumb. Sorry if you hear the kids, just, you know, I can't do anything. Okay. I forgot I gave the wings and stuff, and I forgot to make them bigger along with the rest of it. There we go. So she got like the magic and the wings, that's the whole thing. What is this? It's not important. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here, and I wanted to open it, and then I wanted to, there we go. Okay. I need darker brown, this color. And then I need, nope, wrong one. This works perfectly. Alright, let's start on the face. First of all, let me do the eye. Well, no, I don't really need to do the face. It's me. Prayer Dragon Ball Z, let's destroy the main character legitimately over some dumb joke. Yeah, Tot's worth it. Goku is really stupid. I have one problem with this series. Oh wait, also Dragon Ball Super made Goku really stupid. That was one of my problems with the series. To be fair, to be 100, he's always been really stupid. Like the stuff that the only thing is that the lack of he was just a worse father. Like he just did like at one point it was like, okay, with Goten, he didn't give a fuck. It was like, I mean, I can't like at least when I saw him like care what happens to like Gohan and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it seems like throughout the years it was just like, I want to fight more. My kids just keep getting in my way. Getting tired of it. But yeah, he's always kind of just been stupid. I think we just didn't recognize it before. I think he just cares a lot less about people's lives. That's kind of what it seems like. He's kind of like a villain. Like he cares a lot less about people's lives. Like it's just, yeah, I know your kid could literally be fucking like destroyed because of this thing that I'm about to start, but like I want to start it. So yeah, what are you gonna do to stop me? That's my question. His friends got stupid too because before it was like people genuinely did not like him or like like obviously there's a reason Vegeta hates his actual body and guts. But now it's just kind of like, I mean, yeah, you did something that endangered my kids, but it is what it is. So he's kind of being enabled on top of that. But then again, that's kind of par for the course for most anime and most anime characters, especially when it comes to people like a Goku or basically a main character. They tend to get that hard, stupid in their systems for whatever reason. Like that's kind of my problem with the Link series. That every character does not have to be stupid for like these really intense things to be a thing. Example: the character could just be dumb and fuck up. That's an option. But for your character to be dumb the entire time and not understand shit the entire time doesn't necessarily have to be a thing. And so I do hate how more dumb they made Goku, but he was already dumb already. Everybody else just had to become dumb around him and enable it because then how's he gonna get away with his dumb behavior? Like, you know what I mean? It's a weird thing. Here, let me make this ear real quick before I forget. That's funny now I think about it. That'd be the funniest thing if that's how your parents conceived you. Let me make this baby real quick. Let me get back to you. Ah. Yeah, I didn't have cross earrings. I did have cross earrings. Sorry for the plane. I just can't do anything about it. Like, actually, I could. Best I can do is jump out the window. There we go. Sorry. Sorry, give me a second. There we go. No, I'll just leave it like a, maybe like a, another word, what word I'm looking for? Like put a diamond in between it or something, or make it like shiny looking, that works. Be careful what you wish for, cause you just might get. There we go. Also, I need to make that circle shitty. Give me a second. I wonder. I was thinking. That was weird. I was thinking. Would it be bad for me to make... I could just do that. Actually, probably would be a lot better, honestly. Would it be... I know I keep, like, pausing when I say something, but would it be better for me to make my live streams in video format? So I was thinking about that, and I was like, that would be kind of better, wouldn't it? For me to just, I talk a lot about making highlights for these things, but like actually making highlights doesn't seem worth it because I feel like nobody would listen to it anyways. But I'm like, I could just do a live stream and then record it, or just download it after, you know, it's done, and then cut it together into like a palatable video. Thought it worked. Maybe one day, but not today. Not anytime soon, anyways. I have not enough time on some reason. I just want to make God, it smells. Oh my God. I hate that smell. Kids poop. It's just in the air. Thick. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because I hate when drawing black characters and they have just a straight line mouth. That's true. To be fair, there are some black people out here with no lip, but we try not to represent them. I'm kidding, but there are some black people out here with thin lips. It just it's hard to find, but they're out there. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is type of dumb. That's a different type of dumb when you have two kids but you don't know what kissing is. It's like, okay, what happened that night? I want to know. To be fair, Chi-Chi is aggressive. Except Ichigo, true. Ichigo is not. Is he? Is Ichigo stupid? He might be. A strong character is very good at what they do. Let's make them stupid so they won't peek. Yeah. It honestly, when you have to make your character stupid, it just says to what your abilities are. Because if you have to make your character stupid for them to be able to, like, if it's basically, you would have to be a certain level of smart to be able to make your villain and your hero have brain cells, from what I can gather. You know what I'm saying? Because having to construct a plot line where the villain does something that makes any sense or that's reasonable, that means you have to then, it's a whole process. It means that they have to try. And nowadays, with how much animators are being paid and the world we live in, that's just not, it's like a crimson chin, what the hell? That is not a reasonable thing, you know? Something about... That looks weird, right? Am I not crazy? I'm like trying to draw this and I'm like, this looks really weird. No, yeah, I think I just put it, I think I'll make it straight. I think that's what the problem is. I keep wanting to make it a little bit curved. Curved face, you know? No, something about this is just making it hard for me to draw it. Here. This needs to be brought in a little bit. Let's see if I can not squash it that way. Squash it down. Let's see. Sorry if I'm kind of quiet. I'm trying to figure out this chin right now. Let's see. God, that doesn't look right. Something about that's not right. Yeah. No. Maybe, yeah, it might just be. Let me move the ear in then. Cause I think that might be what it is. That it's not in the right place there. I'll just move the ear in and have it connect. The hair connect a different way. That works, right? Let's see. It'll work for right now. But yeah, Ichigo's a different story. Ichigo's kind of like meh when it comes to. I mean, he acts like, if nothing, he acts like he has two brain cells at least. Like he has something, you know. It's not just like, oh, I'm dumb. It's like, no, I don't understand any of this. This is a new world for me. I don't understand how this works. Like, I'm just trying to protect the people I love. I'm like a teenager. Like, I don't know everything, but I'm not fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not dumb, but I'm teenager dumb, you know? But then again, I haven't watched Bleach in a while, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's dumber than I'm giving him credit. Here we go. I hate this character already. I don't know why. Chibi. Okay, drawing this character as a chibi has always been like, okay, I can do that. I can tolerate that. But having to draw the character as an adult, or as like a person looking thing and not like a bean, it's just like, bruh, sucks. Dude. Okay. No. Sorry, give me a second. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of dripping a little bit, but it's fine. You know what else? I've been wanting to frame something for months now. I like my art. Not to the point where I'm super satisfied with it and I defend it, you know, to hell and back from people who are just like, it's doo-doo. But I'll enjoy it. And I've been wanting to frame my art for a while. But like I don't know, something about framing it also feels like, God, I feel like it's not the right thing to do. And not like, how can I explain it? It's not necessarily what I'd want to do with it ultimately. Personally, I like stickers, and my computer's like, it's see-through in the front. Well, not in the front, it's like on the side, so I can see through all the stuff, which is fine. But like having it be like a rainbow, a translucent rainbow, I don't know, like color glass with stickers all over it, that's really cool. Cause like the lights on my computer change with this button I have. And that's really cool, and I kind of want that. But like, man, stickers suck. I think I realized that getting good quality stickers is just not something that you can really do. Maybe I'm not looking at the right site, but I've been looking up sites for a while now, and most of them want you to, like, the good ones want you to like basically have, like, they're treating it as if I'm a company asking for stickers. I'm like, I'm a one person and I want like 6 stickers. I just want them really cool looking, and you do that. But they're like, yeah, but like, I don't know, and like, it's a whole thing, and it's like kind of expensive. Like, I don't really know I can really do it, and it's like, but I just want stickers. That's all I really want, please. I just want stickers. I just really want stickers right now. Like, if I could get a sticker of like like all of my little avatar in different scenarios, like the one for Soul and the one, excuse me, for Revolutionary Girl, Utena. All of those. Even just the regular one that I'm making right now. If I can get like the chibi ones of them all like in a line, that would make me so fucking happy. But just so much work. I just like to be like Redbubble, where I just be like, here, look, my thing, make sticker, please, send me sticker. I want sticker. Let's see. Oh, that do 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 do. Okay, let me see. Also, I feel like I should have done this a while ago, where I make like show you what the fuck this thing looks like. I don't. Well, there's not really a bottom to them, but like, let me explain it. So this is obviously the look here, and you got the shirt, and these are just kind of pants. It's just kind of a whole black bodysuit basically, with a shirt to cover, pretty much, and then like what? These are the legs, right? So these are the legs. There's some shoes. Like these go up to here. Like they don't even hit the knee there. It don't even hit the knee. So it's like there's that, and then there's just I don't know what type of shoes I had her wearing. I should look at the sheet I had made earlier, but I should have drawn a character or my character like this, like a person, a while ago. And the fact that I'm just now getting to it, it shows you just like I don't fucking I don't like making my characters, or this character specifically, any character that represents me in a realistic way. Because I don't look like this, so it feels like I'm catfishing. Well, like I don't look like this, but she does because she's awesome, you know. And she's me, so like, there's that. And then like, I feel like when it comes to your character, that sounds stupid, but hear me out. This is gonna sound really stupid. When it comes to your character, I feel like you have to, like, it should be the best version of that character, and I know I could never fulfill that. I got fan art for the character I was just now making, like the other one, and I was just like, I don't what. I hate myself because I can't make that look like that. And I just can't. Because I just suck. I just felt really offended that they blew me out of the water like that. So disrespectful. I'm joking. I'm very much joking. Oh. Let me see. About the body's not looking right. I feel like that's another thing. So I feel like this is a more, that's not the word. It's like an insecurity of mine, weirdly. I hate drawing characters with boobs. I feel like I don't want to draw characters that have boobs. Like, any type of big boob, it's more of like little boobs. You know? And it's not like it's bad to, or it's like a painful thing, but I feel like I just don't like my boobs, so I don't like drawing characters with boobs. It's like a whole thing. A flat-chested character is my preference, but I don't want to also... I don't know, I feel like people don't like drawing flat-chested characters for some reason. Like, they'll give them boobs regardless. Even if it's just like a little bit. Even if it's just like an A cup or under. It's just like yeah, I get it, but like, I wanted them completely flat. Like, I didn't want them to have boobs at all. I just didn't want them to have boobs. Yeah, but maybe that's just me belly aching. Ooh. Let me see. Anyways, how has everybody been? I know that personally where I live, there's been shit that's been going down, but I know for everybody else, most people are at home. Some people are out of quarantine, some people are still in it, some people are just dealing with a lot of stuff in their city right now. I mean, something happened close, well, not close to where I live, but it's like, I know people there. And, oh god, the police suck. The police suck here. Fucking everything sucks, man. People acting like Joe Biden saved the world, and I'm still like, but I'm still poor. But like, we're still fucked. You know, it's cool that you're here, but like, inauguration was cool too, but I'm still poor. You know, people are still homeless. I don't think they're really that invigorated that you're now the president because nothing has happened yet. But you know. Alright. That's all. You know, well, I should. Damn it. I do have to focus on that. How long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for a solid hour, actually. I have to do something. And I wanted to finish this on stream. Damn it! I wanted to finish it on stream because then I could, like, take that footage and do something with it. Yeah. Honestly, he may not do nothing. He may not be able to do anything. You know? It's pretty much some... It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens at this. There's not a lot we can do. Which is sad, but... Was there ever something that we could do about it? It took literally chaos of life to fucking be happening for Trump to get out. I feel like if coronavirus didn't happen, any amount of money, I bet that the man would still be where he is. Still, like he'd still be right where his house would be planted safely at the White House. Still there. I promise you, the coronavirus thing was the only thing that got that man out, which is not saying a lot, honestly. That's the kind of thing that bothers me. It's like, that's the only reason he was out. Okay, let's be 100 here. That's the only reason anybody wanted him out, because at that point it affected everybody. It wasn't just, oh, it affects these people, or it affects people that has nothing to do with me. Now it's like, oh, we all have to stay inside. Oh, so the movie theaters are just gone now. Oh, so I just can't do it. My kids have to stay inside, and I gotta like raise them. No, fam. And this could have been over. And it's over in other countries. No. See. See. I'll stand for a lot of things. The blacks can get treated whatever they want, but my outside time, my pool, my movie theater, my normal conveniences, hell, at this point, their mental health, not something we're gonna just let you do. They've been saying that vaccine's been coming out for how long now? We're still in quarantine. That shit could have been over. That shit could have been over. Also, I saw that up there, which I didn't see at first, but I saw you talk about how your friends have recently got into RWBY and are making their own fan. Careful. That whole fucking RWBY, everybody that works there, not everybody that works there, but most people that work there, their fandoms, that's a toxic fandom. You're walking into something scary if you're gonna make a fanfic. Also, just I would always keep in mind that they're kids, so just tread lightly. Now, if nobody's seeing it, go ahead and do what you want to do. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I would just say that, you know, you shouldn't be as cautious because, you know, you only want to see it. But if you're willing to put that out into the ether, I would warn you, these people are not okay, and RWBY is one of the worst fandoms, in my opinion. It's always one of the worst. Like, they're the type of fans that will straight up, like, with all seriousness in their chest, say, we're not gonna take your criticism because you've been mean to the people who made this show. It's like, the people who made the show, or not even the people, the company behind it and the people who have made it, have been mean to others verbally. So is the criticism cool when it comes from them? Like, it's a whole thing. They're like, they're a different type of delusional, man. I would watch out for that. But that's just my opinion. And I don't even be in the RWBY fandom like that. Sure, I shit on the show, but I literally just shit on the show in videos that don't mean anything to me. So I don't really see it, you know what I mean? Because I'm not really harping on it like that. I just call it a shitty show because it is, in my opinion. But I've seen it outside of, like, let's say Twitter or Instagram or Tumblr. When I occasionally go on Tumblr for research purposes only, because Tumblr is a whole nother can of worms of toxic. But it's just not how their subreddit is just where it's at in the sense of friendliness against people who may like it, may not like it, whatever it is. So again, I just say be careful. I honestly don't care about the fandom. I'm doing my own thing. Also, I'm not making smut. I didn't say it was smut. I just said they were kids. That's okay. That's all I said. And I never said you were making anything. No, but even if you're not making smut still. When it comes to kid characters, it's weird. I feel like maybe it's for me, period. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Not making stuff about them, but like the avenues, maybe it's because the avenues I would usually go for a character, period, are like gory or just extreme, you know? But that's just me. So when it comes to kid characters, I always be like, I need to be careful with, what, Dora gets her head sawed off. Something like that. It's an extreme version, but still. They still kids. Which is why I get why the show is so, not PC, but very, like, lighthearted. Let's go with that. But, it just, I don't know. Just because it's a kid's show, just because it's a show with kids, or just because it's a show with the main characters being kids, doesn't mean that, like, it has to be shitty, you know? And so that's just kind of what yeah. But, again, that's just going into territory of the expert, so I'll leave it alone. Finger stroke. I'll leave it alone. What's I doing? Right, I was making the shirt. What fandom? The RWBY fandom. RWBY. It's kind of toxic in a lot of ways. But again, it is what it is. I'll just be fixing things like you know. Listen, everybody wants to fix Adam. Like, his whole thing, like, honestly, they could have. Why didn't they? They should have fucking did that. You know what would have been the greatest thing? This would have been like the best thing if they had kept the White Fang. If they knew how to do the White Fang and kept the White Fang thing up to, like, even this battle, for like the White Fang to come in clutch, or not even the White Fang, just the White Fang Faunus in general to come in clutch, and show some form of unity between humans and the Faunus, or at least some brief, extension of it, where the Faunus are just shitting on everybody, and or the Atlas aren't just shitting on everybody. That's a Faunus and Mantle and Atlas. Like, if that had came in clutch, that would have been so great. would have been a little bit predictable, but at least it would have been better than the current outcome. I'm General Ironwood. I'm a general and I've been through a war, but I'm still stupid. So I don't know how to. I don't know how troops work. I don't know how to, think one step ahead. Preparing for shit. Who's prepared? I have a one-track mind. That's literally my whole template. Like, and I'm just dumb. I'll shoot somebody, but not shoot the prisoners I have captive that I don't need for any other reason. Crazy. I thought so. Make everything. In my opinion, all those characters are fun. The only decent one, which is weird, sorry if I'm eating cake. The only decent one in my opinion is Weiss. And she's still boring. I said it before. Princess isn't as mean as everybody thinks. I don't care. Good. I should do that, but I draw too many things. You guys made overseas. Okay, makes sense. Not even saying that in a rude way, by the way. It's not how it was coming off. If it's centered around your OCs, it makes sense of like why it's staying with y'all. Listen, if it's good, I'd post. Just post under a non-user, so nobody knows who you are. Oh no, I'm sorry. When I said decent, I meant like the best at all. Don't even mean to daughter don't like that shit. Her and Yang are just like family. Who? I don't have a family. My uncle? Who's that? I have no idea who that is. My sister? The one I love? I'm not thinking about her. I'm thinking about the girlfriend. And it's like, alright, cool Yang. The person who came halfway around the world for, and you were like not even yeah, true. Not even blank. Yeah, that one. Let's forget about her in a moment. Because your girlfriend, who's got your arm cut off, that we didn't even see a real reconciliation on screen. Weiss had to low-key guilt you into caring about her again. It's like none of you knew Blake's intentions. Blake could have totally ran away because she was too much of a bitch. They gave you a fuck about you. They didn't even know if she did or not. And she just got to come back in like, yeah, we're cool. Hug and didn't talk about it, didn't express their feelings, and ended up blowing up in their face later anyways. The only reason it didn't end up in an actual fight or an actual conflict is because Adam showed up and they ruined that whole thing. So, again, it was some bullshit. Whatever. Basically what they're doing with Ren. They're acting like stuff they've already set up doesn't exist, or it's just like falling apart like water with paper. Yeah. That whole thing with Ren pissed me off. Like how he's treating Nora. I'm like, Ren and Nora literally grew up by themselves, eating and surviving. You don't think Ren hasn't been under stressful situation to where he's almost died? You tell me that never happened with them being orphans, living and coming from a place where a Grimm was literally recently attacking them, which means Grimm were like close by, which means they would have had to survive. You're telling me that man fell apart that much? He started snapping at people for reasons unknown, and he never even expresses why he feels the way he feels. He wants to come to some conclusion, but the conclusion is, doesn't make a lot of sense. It really doesn't. The way he accepted what Ironwood was doing didn't really make a lot of sense. especially when that was falling apart. But as soon as the teammate thing started falling apart, he started yelling at everybody else. I'm like, you can't be with Ironwood when his shit is literally falling apart at the seams. He's like, well, this is our plan, and if we do this, we'll be fine. Then Salem and her crew come in, fuck up everything. Ironwood makes mishap after mishap, or not mishap, but misstep after misstep after misstep after misstep, and you're like, no, we still have to listen to Ironwood. Sure, he's made several missteps, and a lot of stuff is happening that's keeping us from reaching to our goal, but we gotta still listen to him. Then when it all falls apart, it's like, but my friends are, and I'm like, you snap to everybody but the people you're actually, even him snapping at Nora. It's just, it's so dumb. The whole Nora and Ren conflict made me so mad, because maybe it's just me, but I would love to see that conflict with Yang and Blake personally. It's my personal opinion. I would love to see a conflict with them. I don't care how much friendship is magic. I don't care. Blake ran. Yang was not wrong for her feelings whatsoever. Blake ran away. These girls have been by her the entire time. They have supported her. They would have died with her in every sense of the word. They were like, we're going to help you beat the White Fang, and we're going to do all this together as a team. And she was gone. And I get this man almost killed them. I get it. But she was gone. And that's an okay thing to be mad about. She left. She never went back to see Yang to apologize. She never went to go talk about it. She didn't even send a message, a hello, something. It would even be better if she wrote a letter to Yang explaining her feelings, and I have to run, and I'm gonna run far away. Heck, even the way she did Sun. The way she's hell, not even the way she did. Even the way she still is continuing to do Sun. They literally were just like, oh, Sun's not on screen anymore. He doesn't matter. Bitch, before Yang even came out of nowhere, Sun was the one who followed you. Because Sun was not even because of relationship shit. He was genuinely like, you're my friend. You're someone I care about. I'm with you like glue. I literally hitched a ride on the boat, followed you for months. I'm gonna make sure that you're good. Because I love you and your team loves you. Not even on some I love you relationship shit, like how they ship it with Yang. Basically, when the relationship isn't going good, Yang's a bitch. When the relationship is going good, it's fine. He was on some, I just care about you as a person. Like, I genuinely do. Like, I'm gonna take a thing in a chest for you. Like, it's cool. I get that you betrayed your friend, but I care about you. Sun isn't even mentioned no more. He went on to Vacuo, and they forgot all about the several months, Blake spent with Sun. And I was like, he was with you! He was with you! Yang can't even do that for her sister. As soon as she met back up with her sister and they became all a team again, her actions towards her sister have been suspect at best. As soon as Blake came back into the picture, her actions towards her sister are suspect. Ruby and Whitley are getting the worst sibling treatment in the weirdest. It's weird, man. Weiss forgives Blake, but you can't forgive your brother where you knew and you've been known how he's been feeling. He was all alone in that house. And the first thing you do when you come knocking on his door, in a house that you don't even, you're not even a part of anymore. She really threatened him with the weapon coming into the house. He has some way to defend himself. What was he supposed to do? You act like if you didn't push him out the way, he could do something. He's literally by himself. He has no guards, no maids. Nobody was in that house. It's been empty. Sitting there alone as his dad just got arrested and his mom's looking outside. And you were like, threaten him. When I get in here, we're gonna threaten the boy who has no weapon whatsoever. Y'all treated him Whitley like he isn't like a lonely child that's like literally going through it. Trash. They're just trash. But I'll try to give her that. But to be fair, Weiss has never been good at showing her emotions. So let's just give her that. We're gonna give her that. But I'm so mad I'm so mad, maybe not like as she's a shitty character mad, but just like as mad in general at how they're treating Whitley. Give me a look. And who's Uncle Crow, by the way? Never heard of him. Yeah, we ain't gonna look for him. I'm gonna care about how my girlfriend is doing, even though we didn't have a fight, nor was she mad at me, because we don't talk, because we're in a relationship, but we never talk unless there's drama, which is the weirdest thing of life. We're the strongest relationship in the whole show they want to show, but we never talk unless there's drama that needs to be had. Not even like it is there, it needs to be had to move plot, or to have an interesting plot, because the writers can't write. Like, don't, like, I can't. Not about the girlfriend, not the sister, right? Who's trying to save everybody. Not the sister who has all the pressure on her back. Because y'all suck. Not that person. The girlfriend. Not the uncle that we don't know where they are. They could literally be dead. Not the uncle. The girlfriend. Because we need to have more Yang and Blake to tease to the audience. Because that's the only thing we're going to get. People believe, if you have a character who's like really mannish woman, that sounds bad, a mannish woman, that's very much like a tomboy character, and you have another character that's kind of like dark and mysterious, that's just arousing to the audience. It's like, the rest of us are just like, I don't care what dynamic you're trying to set up, it's bad. The relationship kind of fucking sucks. Like, it started out so organic, and now it's just becoming like we need fan service, so we're gonna use them as pawns. It's a whole thing. I fucking hate that show. I can go on rants with that show. It's just irritating, and they try to like dig themselves out a hole when it comes to it, and we keep trying to tell them like you're too far gone. So yes, we're gonna keep complaining about it, but realistically, you need several seasons for the show to slowly start getting better. Of like decent writing, things that make sense. Like you didn't create the storyboard, right, like let's say like halfway before the new season started, and then you started the storyboard, you're just like, makes sense enough. What about this and then we'll get it out later. And also, by the way, that's starting to look more real every day. That little theory that they just start really late on all of their stuff, because the fact they have to have a 2-month break because they weren't finished animating or making Volume 8. I question how you're treating your animators at that point. Are you rushing them? What's happening? And now I'm questioning, because I could swear that you guys said as if it was in it, which is very much should be in, like you should be making these things in advance, and they should already be done with. And if the animation is taking longer, you need to account for that and just move it back. That'd be different if it's like, we're trying this new thing out, or we had to change something, or whatever it is. So RWBY's gonna be instead of it being in October or November, it's gonna be next year. So sorry, but we're doing that. They just don't care about. They care about quantity over quality, which, I mean, Rooster Teeth is looking like it's going under. at this point. Like it's making a slow decline. That's sad, but so I mean I can understand if that's they're just trying to do it. They're hurting for money. You know what I mean? They're trying to do it for money. I get it, but you know it is what it is. I'm sorry, I'm not reading stuff. I'm just I know stuff done. I don't read a story where the OC is the main character or a love interest. I like those. You have to be a good love interest, or you have to be a good main character. But people sometimes becomes too self-inserty to where like regular people are boring. Let me be honest with you, regular people are boring. So let you spice up your OC, it gonna be boring for me. I feel like Miles and Carrie are better at writing comedy and horror. The characters and the character interaction. Also, Yang should have stayed mad at Blake, and Blake was a bitch. She was trapped to son. I think she should have stayed mad at her, and they should have had an on-screen conversation. You know what I mean? Actually talk it out instead of Weiss having to do. I got my arm chopped off, and you ran away. Why didn't you come and find me later? What was your plan? Were you ever gonna come and find me? Like what was gonna happen? It should have been actual like Blake should have actually had to answer for that. Especially if they're gonna move on in a relationship type way. Oh, you definitely need to tell me what the fuck happened. Is something that for me, honestly, this is why I feel like I swear they just treat like lesbian relationships as if they're or lesbian or just a woman and a woman. They don't have to necessarily be lesbians, but a woman and a woman relationship like they're fucking like no, real women answer questions. Maybe men don't understand that, but they ask questions and they want you to open up to them. Like I would have been like on site whether it was a woman or a man, bro. Like why? Like was it me? Was I the reason you left? Was it because you felt like I couldn't protect you? Was it because you felt like I didn't love you enough? Like what was it? Like why aren't you here? Why did you make the choice to leave? We would have been there for you. Answer the question. Like press her. Like that's what you do in a relationship. You press that person. It isn't just like we're good. I'm glad that we're together. No. Did you hate me? Like, what happened? I need to know. Questions need to be fucking answered. Ren in Volume 8 is the writers basically saying, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fucked up, but we won't fix it. Why do you think it would happen if the unstable man that you're keeping things from figures out that you've been lying to them and he's been going even more unstable? Yeah. Also, I'd be doing my own artwork for fanfics and like reading it. I see. So I'm just like skipping over this a lot. But yeah, no. Fucking hell. Blake's not shit, by the way. Blake acts like she cares too much. She's not shit. She really isn't. The thing that makes me mad, Blake is shitty. Blake's a shitty person. I really don't like Blake, honestly. She acted like there was no like Adam was just crazy, and I'm like, bruh. You know how you were? Let me not say that. No. You know how you were whining and complaining about Sun getting hurt and yelling at him and saying, well, I just want to be alone and shit like that. You did that because your friends got hurt. Quote unquote, because of your actions. You didn't get hurt. You just felt guilty. That was, you were whining and complaining and got the justification for your friends to do that and yell at them, even though they were helping you, which you fucking needed. You got all that and you whined about it because of how you felt guilty. Adam had a fucking scar on his face where he was branded by another life form that is, well, dumber, in my opinion, than he is. And I'm sure that was like as a kid. He got branded. What do you think that did to him? You had parents. People who loved you. We never heard about Adam's parents. We never heard that he had anyone but her. Like, what? Like, what do you think? You did that twice to somebody where you left them. You didn't think about how that made him feel. Whether he was crazy or not, he still has feelings. It makes more sense. Obviously, I can defend Blake on this because he's a psychopath. But I get why you left him, but you can't ignore the fact that you did. You can't ignore the fact of what you did and how that might have affected him. He has no parents. He really didn't have friends like that. He just had people who admired him for his strength, which means he had to keep up that strength to keep that admiration. Hell, even after that, everybody turned on him with quickness. Like, this is the type of, like, writing that I care about. Have that villain be a villain, but they're also... Just because they're a villain and they do bad things does not mean there's not a reasoning for it. It could make sense, or that could give them this humanity. Does that mean that they're a good person now? No. But, like, this is what bothers me about the songs of RWBY now. Because in the song, what's the song that's for fucking that whole like story arc with Blake and them? What's it called? Nevermore. In Nevermore, like the last little bit, when it talks about Adam just being a misunderstood boy and how this isn't a happy occasion. It's more sad than anything. Those songs don't hit for me anymore because it doesn't reflect the show. It doesn't hit that. Because you can say that, but you never showed that. We never experienced that. He was always made to be a bland piece of toast, a wet paper towel-esque villain. Because women's, and we don't hit the women. Even though several people hit women. But we don't hit the women's. When it's like, no, it wasn't about that. It was because you literally left me alone. I've been alone probably since I was a child. I was branded. Heck, the person that you're working with, their company is on my eye. Like, their company has actually crossed my eye. The people that swore they would protect me, like your dad, like Sienna, that didn't work for me. What you didn't get fast enough results to where there are kids like me that are still getting harmed like we are. Hell, we saw it in Mantle. There are still people that are suffering genuinely. So your shit isn't getting done fast enough. There are actual reasons why he could be bruh, like, you're just like, all of that character development that could be, nah. You wet paper towel. You one-dimensional villain. Like, he had reason. That sounds bad. He had reasoning for what he was doing. It wasn't just, I'm crazy and I love you in a crazy amount. Blake isn't that important. They want her to be that important, which is why his character is shitty. She ain't that important. She really is not. Like, she is not at all. This is more about his actual life than it should have ever been about Blake. But whatever. That's why I fucking hate Blake. It's about me. You're obsessed with me. Like, it's because of me, because you love me so much. That's why my girlfriend has the exact same Nah, fam. It really wasn't about you. It was about that you're another representation of somebody that left him alone. That left him for the wayside. You destroyed something that he believed would have gotten results, so no way would have... That could have been what it was. You know what I mean? Like a thing of, I don't want people to feel the way I was feeling. I literally have a permanent scar, unlike you, has a little cut right here. I had a permanent scar on my eye that I can't hide. I can't get rid of. I can't cover up with this without basically being blind. Like, at one point, people are going to see my face. I literally have to wear a whole... I literally started a whole fashion trend within our like our terrorist organization group because of the scar that I have. That if anybody would see, they would like it. Literally, all would just come back. He would look in the mirror like there could be some. I'm writing character right here. It could be so much more depth with it, and they reflect on that. And then when it came to Sylvanas in Mantle and how Yang just said that smart remark because she's dating Sylvanas, basically. Let's be 100%. That's why. Well, she just said a smart remark and that was it. It could have been much more. There could have been a whole flashback scene, remembering of what this was, why is this happening, how shitty these people are treated, and what should go forth in reform. Example. Remember, I want to say season 3? No, season 2. When Oobleck was asking them all those questions and Blake didn't know the answer of how she was going to make this change happen. Maybe she could be peeling the pieces together during this time. But no. Yeah, obviously that's shouldn't be like just the main point. But in these types of scenarios, when you have all this dead space and you're basically having them walk around, or the episodes are filled with shitty fight scenes at this point, like that, those little bits of moments of character make it great. Now, the whole Marigold thing also made me fucking mad because, like, I believe that's her name, the trans character that came out. Even with that character, it's like it feels like you're just using like that as like a thing, like a character thing. I don't like it. Something about it don't feel right. Because especially with the Happy Huntresses, we've barely gotten character from them at all. They've kind of just been escorts around Mantle because the old people can't be useful. Because I don't know. They just kind of seem like escorts. They've always just kind of seemed like escorts. Like they don't really have any character to them. And sure, it's a character moment, but listen, from all the seasons I've watched and all the things I've said, but I doubt, maybe they will do it. I know for a fact they won't do this. Those characters will never be used again. As soon as they leave Atlas, which I'm sure will be this season, if not next season, these characters will never be used again. So it's just like a nothing character. And the Happy Hunters is something that we've known about since last season, right? You would think if something is 2 seasons long, if characters are 2 season long ass characters where you see them or hear about them, or they're in relation to they're important to the plot for 2 seasons, you would think they'd have something instead of just being Sheep Girl and Tall Lady and Aggressive One. I don't know. They don't have characters. Hell, even Robin doesn't have a character, and she's supposed to be important. Like, actually, she has no character whatsoever. You know, it is what it is. I just see this is why I don't talk about this show, because I can go on rants. I can't. I genuinely don't like it. No, I'm just shitting on a show. That's all it is. Yeah. Oh, this is a lot. You guys talk to. Let me see if I can read all this. I'll read a little bit of the newer ones. Or the semblance just got thrown out the water as well. My fans basically think that it's just my friends. Okay. Will be doesn't become canon, not because it. Oh no, Bumblebee. Well, never mind. Yeah, the only reason they're stretching the volume 8 to put it on highest for 2 months is because the fans invested have to get them invested because they don't have it. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I don't even know with that or I don't know why they're fucking stretching this shit out and doing a 2-month hiatus. They say it's because they just didn't get the stuff done, and I'm like, that's not you shouldn't admit to that. You shouldn't admit to that. That like, yeah, we just don't have it done yet, you know? It'd be different ooh, if this is like a newer anime, you know what I mean? This is like your first season, because usually with newer animes or animes that are coming out that were mangas or whatever, then I can understand. Okay, the voice actors takes a lot of time, and you have to put everything together. I get it. You know, you're coming out maybe not week by week, but you're like 2 months in advance, and you have to do stuff for the English and the Japanese. It's a whole thing. I get it. I get it. But when it comes to excuse me, when it comes to this show that's been in production for how long? And you know you have to work on the other shows that you had to work on. Most of the shows on Rooster Teeth are gone. Like I'm like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand. Here, give me a second. I have to fucking. Give me a second. I have to fix that. Having a stroke. Also they keep truth from Iron Woodman. Yeah, no, and they've heard it before, and they don't acknowledge their hypocrisy. And it's like, okay, whatever. So with Adam, the man legit said that he didn't care about trying to find Blake anymore, and the reason why Slender was because she threatened to kill it. His man. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's literally why. He didn't give a fuck about. The only reason he even was, or you know, I guess it should have been the only reason he was around Blake is because the White Fang was going to that one to go into Haven, but like, why does I don't understand. The revenge thing would have made sense, but also, I don't know. Because being real, it. I don't know. It just really. Now I think it really doesn't make sense. Because Blake wasn't even the only one who did any of that. That's why I swear they keep getting this arc where it's like, no, it's Blake because he loves her, but like, Ruby did it too. There were hella people who were there to support, like, to foil your plans. Like, it wasn't just Blake. Hell, even if Blake and them didn't show up, like it really wouldn't have mattered. Let me not do that. Because if Blake and them didn't show up, the authorities still would have like caught them. Because you know what I'm saying? Like the whole of the what's it called? The whole menagerie didn't need to show up there anyways, honestly. Like it literally could, like, I'm sure the Haven police would have been able to handle it. Ilya no, they didn't really need to show up actually. They really didn't. But you know, again, they needed to confirm they need to rekindle the gay lesbian relationship because representation, I swear. And you know, talking, communicating is just not a thing. Oof. Oh. Alright, give me a second. Just trying to... Sorry, I have to kind of focus right now. Just so I don't fuck up these lines and I'll have to do this again. Love my niece. Love my nephew. Shut up. I love these kids. They just scream too much. Too much. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. What was I saying? Um, yeah. Yeah. It, they all just suck. Like, the whole cast fucking sucks. Hell, to be fair, they all, now to think about it, they all kind of abandoned Ruby too. Never really thought about that. They kind of just straight up abandoned Ruby, and she never really addressed that either. Well, let me not say all of them. Weiss was forced out, but Blake abandoned her and her sister abandoned her, and they never really talked. They never really talked it out. It kind of was just like, yeah, I guess that's okay. So fucking was it Yang's whole speech about I was just left alone. You don't know what it's like to be left, and it's like your sister does. Your sister does. Well, I can understand. It wasn't even you. She was left because you didn't. Like, man. And again, I would be like, oh well, yeah, I can understand why she wouldn't say sorry about that because she did get her arm chopped off. But also, you could have cared. You could have cared a little bit more than not at all. Honestly, until it seemed like it was being a burden on your dad to watch you, you didn't really seem like you seemed like you were pretty comfortable with where you were. And again, that's just a genuine nitpick of mine. That's a genuine little nitpick of mine. It's not like that's a bad thing necessarily. I'm just like, you could have went to go see your sister, just a little bit, just a teensed, just a teensed. I think. There we go. Could have tried to send somebody. Could have did just anything. Let's see. When I think about it. Now that I think about it. You know what? Never mind. I just thought of a little conspiracy there. Well, it's not really a conspiracy. It's just something that I just thought about when it came to Yang not going with them and trusting what Crow said and things like that. Yeah, no, I mean that happens, but if I point it out, it's just there's no point. There's no point. It's just dumb. Everything's dumb. I need to be done. I don't even remember what I was talking about at the beginning of this. I'm too high for this. Yeah, I think I should probably get to editing. I'm gonna have to download this little stream. Oh, that's gonna suck. I guess it's gonna be fine. Nope. Nope. Let's try that again. do 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 do. Also, I've been wanting to do animation for a minute now. I feel like I'm gonna get into it. The only thing is finding a good animation program is actually a lot harder. I feel like when it comes to drawing program, it's a lot easier because it's just like, do you have pencil tool? Do you have eraser? Do you have colors? Okay, I found you a program. Like, you don't need anything really fancy when it comes to drawing unless you're doing something professional and you're trying to get to a certain standard. If you're just drawing because you feel like it, you don't need anything. Like, you literally could do this with any program that lets you draw, period. And there are hundreds of free ones out there. But when it comes to animating, oh my god, you could do it with anything. You could do it with a drawing program and just, copying the layers over and saving them. And put them in like a little file thing. That's an option. But oh my gosh. And that's kind of what I'm doing, because honestly that's the easiest option for me. But to find a good program that just gives you all the things that you need to keep yourself organized, because trying to keep yourself organized while making a moving thing, oh my god, I hate it, because all the frames look the same, because they're just, different frames of walking or whatever, so they all kind of look similar. So if I don't have it, put together, or I forget something, or it just, organization is just so important. And it's like, as you can see by being late at night and me recording, or my fucking schedule for uploading, I'm not organized person. I don't do things timely. And so when it comes to stuff like this, it's just like I like animating, it's fun, but I don't know if I can be doing it like this. But like, it's so fun. Animating's so fun. Just making anything, period, is so fun. But like this drawing right here, it's just fun. It's nice to make it and not fuck it up. It's nice to make it. It's soothing. Especially if I'm watching a show and I'm just like laughing to myself while drawing. You don't have to really look at the show. Oh! Now I think about it, when talking about shows, I watched a show I haven't watched in actually a pretty long time. It's called Venture Brothers. I have not watched that shit in a hot fucking minute. And I watched it, again the other day just because it came on, because the show I was watching went off. And I was watching it and I was like, this is funny, but also like, it's not laughable funny. You know what something's like, it's interesting or entertaining. So like, I'm not laughing. I'm not like, this is the best show of life, but I'm like, I like this. I could watch this, or I could listen to this while I'm drawing. I wouldn't mind that. It's kind of how I feel about, well, no, there's a lot of shows I feel that way about, actually. Face is always the hardest part. I feel like I've been making weird eyes lately. Let's see. Actually, I don't need that. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm having a trouble focusing, but what I was trying to say, actually, I should probably go. It's 8. I need to walk still. I need to finish this. And I need to start, at least finish the audio editing, or the rest of it anyways, for that one video I'm going to make. I'm making a video on the Winx Club, the saga, and I watched it, and it's so bad. It's not, okay. It's like it's bad, right? It's bad. But it's not like, if you shut your brain off, because at one point I did, because that's how irritating it was getting. I had to shut my brain off and be like, you know what, let me try to casually watch this, right? So I was casually watching it, And I was just like, this doesn't really make sense. This is boring. It just was like, we want to make Winx Club a drama. And not like, oh, we want to make a drama or dramatic version. No, we want to make this, but drama. And all that color and uniqueness and things that make the show stand out, we're taking that away and just putting bland, we're putting the word bland on everything. Bland clothes, bland characters, bland relationships, bland drama, bland everything. You know what I mean? And we just take all of the brain cells out of everybody but the black girl. But the black girl will be ignored and peer pressured into believing everybody else is right. It's that bad. But I'm sure if you like just really dramatic dramas, you know, then you would enjoy this. I do not and did not, and I complained about it. And more of a, this is more of a first impression because I'm hoping that I can have that and Onyx Equinox. I still need to watch through and just have the patience of a god to go back through it and put out like good bullet points on why. Now with Winx Club, it depends on if they get a second season. I feel like, but that's just how I feel. Anyways, I'm gonna go. We'll see. Bye. Go. Bye. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind.